Hello, I'm Ibrahima, and this is Talk Collective Intelligence. Now, the story of collective intelligence is really a story of multiplicity. Indeed, there are multiple kinds of collective intelligences. First, collective intelligence is found in small-size social groups where it is the result of planned attempts at close collaboration by members who have previously developed a shared understanding of the principles by which they have agreed to abide. Now, it is in these particular small-size social groups where, according to Nobel and the Collective Intelligence Research Institute, original collective intelligence emerges. Collective intelligence is also found in what we term medium-sized social groups, where it is again the result of planned attempts at collaboration, cooperation, administration, and governance by members who have previously developed or have previously officialized policies designed to develop a shared understanding of the principles by which they will abide. It is in these particular medium-sized social groups where, according to Nobel once again and the Collective Intelligence Research Institute, pyramidal collective intelligence emerges. And finally, collective intelligence is found in large-size social groups, where once again it is the result of planned attempts at collaboration, cooperation, administration, and governance by members who have first united their efforts and time to develop a shared understanding of the principles by which they abide to advance their agendas. Once again, it is in these particular large-sized social groups where, according to Nobel and the Collective Intelligence Research Institute, holomidal collective intelligence emerges. Now, these three social groups may look different, but they all share one overarching goal, which is the development and the implementation of a collective decision capability that is at least as good as or better than any single member of the group. In short, they purpose to produce collective intelligence. Now, whatever the size of the group, the rationale behind social group activity is to produce intelligence collectively. So to be effective, they first need to establish clear and shared principles. If these principles are not well understood, if these principles are not well integrated into the social group processes, the group may produce collective stupidity as a result of its inability to follow these principles. So, what are those principles? What are those principles that make a social group effective enough to produce impressive collective intelligence? Well, for the next episodes, we will address these using Jean-François Nobel and the Collective Intelligence Research Institute's perspective. We will also use Mulligan's 5 organizing principles. We'll finally use Tapscott's and Williams' 4 principles in order to talk about collective intelligence principles. Each one of them will shed more light on the crucial elements and ingredients that a social group will need to engage in creative collaboration efforts and cooperative behaviors in order to create collective intelligence, which is an outcome of group behavior. However, before we deal with principles, we will explore definitions of collaboration, definitions of cooperation. We'll also look at the relevant concepts and define them in order to build a shared understanding here in our own little environment. So, what can we retain today? Well, we can remember that there are multiple kinds of collective intelligences. Collective intelligence is found in small-sized social groups. Collective intelligence is found in medium-sized social groups. Collective intelligence is found in large-sized social groups. These groups may have different rationales for existing, but they have the commonality of engaging in collective intelligence production. And at the heart of effective social groups is the willingness to follow time-tested collective intelligence principles. Now, these principles must be followed if the group wishes to avoid the emergence of collective stupidity in the place of collective intelligence. In this series of talks, we will rely on 3 scholarly sources to dissect each principle. We'll also continue to define relevant and useful terms and concepts to shed more light to build a better understanding of what collective intelligence is. Now, thank you for your time and your attention today.